and everything's screwed up actually.
Aww.
Go for it though.
Rip.
Oh, are we live now?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
That was what the
Oh, cool.
countdown
I'm
was
a
for.
Who's
Wow, Griz
drinking
is-
tonight?
Griz is so great that he's on there twice. Oh, so am I.
Oh.
I don't like this.
Welcome everyone. Second aid of Emoris. Yeah.
Woo!
Oop, oop.
Everybody's all
Great. Well, everyone's. Well, I gotta mute the stream. Okay, welcome everyone to session 8 of Emoris.
Yay.
While we fix our technical stuff, which will only take a moment. Great announcements. I don't know. Join the Discord and follow us on Twitter and subscribe on YouTube. I didn't miss anything. No, I didn't. Those are the big three. You can find the links to all of those if you type in exclamation mark and then the service that you would like in chat, and Nightbot will provide you a link to those particular services. Very good. Great. Before we begin, we should be okay for this episode, but if just in case anyone's like, you know, a little bit sensitive to hardcore stuff,
If you don't like torture,
Graphic stuff. Graphic
I don't
and
want to
graphic
say
stuff.
it.
Well, you gotta say
we're
it.
not
If
If you're
anybody
gonna
is sensitive to
if you're-
mentions of torture,
yeah, if you're gonna
Yeah.
be
warn
warned
people
now.
about it, you gotta let them know what you're warning them about.
Yes,
I'm
exactly.
not good with the warnings. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, there's Esprit.
Yeah,
Couldn't
we're
find him.
we're not going to be describing anything at all. But I know that a couple of players have expressed interest in implying some of it. So be warned.
If you let me, I will describe it.
No,
Well, you know
not
that.
happening.
there you go.
Not happening.
Fair enough.
There we go.
But yeah. Apart from that, I don't have any announcements. Griz?
No announcements. Make sure you catch Lost Mine of Fandelver on Friday. About it.
That was the announcement that I was throwing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Wash your
great.
hands, stay inside, be safe, wear a mask.
we are 10 followers away from affiliate, and
Yes.
we do have plans to do something when we get it.
Yes.
No spoilers though. But
It's
great.
gonna
Yeah.
be a
so-
Jackbox night in character.
And I'm gonna sing Danny Boy as
Share
Isabel.
the stream
I'm
out to
making that
people.
promise right now. I will sing Danny Boy as Isabel. Let's do it.
Okay.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Then
No.
you don't have to. I'm gonna sing
So,
the
in
song
short-
Danny Boy.
What we're asking you to do is make sure that you're following the stream and tell your mother, your brother, your sister, your friends, whatever. I was going for a song quote then, and I don't remember what the song quote was.
Clearly.
Okay, we
Look, I
get
was
banned.
having
You don't
your
want that
brother-
Twitch banned. Banned.
Is it and your father too?
Yes, it is.
Ah,
That one.
great. There we go. Copyright strike. Awesome.
Sorry, Grace.
Right, all right.
Anyway, without further ado, unless we have anything else to talk
And
about,
we're being sued. Thanks, Equa.
sorry, guys. I guess we can go ahead and jump straight into tonight's session of Emoris. Yeah.
Yay.
So, after returning to Rokrovi from the crumbling mines, the Silver Goats were tasked by the Convex Order to help them on a short but profitable quest. So you went to go and see Master Geth, who told you of an Inquirator that had been kidnapped by the Choke, who they were looking to regain or set free. And they wanted you to keep one of the exits of the Choke stronghold clear so that they could have a nimble, quick escape. And also to be any backup muscle that they needed should they find themselves in a fight. As you were in the main area, I suppose, you were tempted into the main hall, where you heard one of the Choke members was talking about a job that they had recently been contracted to do. And while you were in there, you also saw the familiar, although unwelcome, face of one man who you had previously tangled with. And yeah, as you were there, a couple of little different shit came down. You tried to kidnap Vija and succeeded, but he alerted pretty much everyone in the whole house down to come down on you. And also, as you were doing this, the two of you, Wade and Izzy, were trying to be deceitful, and it very nearly worked. But unfortunately, there was too much going on, and so the speaker here in the hall was alerted as to the potential of there being intruders in their little area. So, needless to say, they all pursued, and a chase was underway, to which you caught up with Gethfinch and the lost Inquirator down in the sewers on your way out, tailed by about 200 or so members of the Church itself. And on your way out through unlucky/lucky circumstances, after a long run, Wade managed to roll a natural one on his Wild Surge table, and got a nice little perk to where his spell ranges were doubled, and he managed to cast his new spell, Lightning Bolt, and collapse half of the sewer tunnel behind you guys and in front of the pursuers. So, as we come back into the game, Gethfinch and the Inquirator have left to hit the surface, where they seemingly have disappeared. They closed the sewer grate behind them. So they are out. The three of you, Thyra, Wade, and Izzy, are at the back. As the tunnel has collapsed, you can hear clamoring on the other side. Wade, you hear that a couple of members are starting to try and climb over and dig their way out of the rubble. But looking at it, you collapsed maybe a good 20 feet wide of the tunnel itself, and then as long as the sewer width itself. So you feel fairly confident that there's no one coming at you immediately. Free, you're a little ways away, but you're not so far away to the point where you wouldn't have noticed this. And Lakin's fucking booking it, but I will also say, Lakin, you probably heard.
I feel like it'd be hard to not hear a thunder
You
crack.
probably heard the sound of the lightning and then the tunnel collapsing behind you as well. So as we stand here, we're in slightly staggered groups. Chaos is out, holding Vija, who is currently kicking and screaming for his life, having been slung over the shoulder of this massive, overtaken personality. But as the sort of commotion dies down, you can just vaguely hear of a couple of rocks falling from the ceiling. Silver goats, what would you like to do?
Getting the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, looking at.
Okay, so there's no ladder immediately next to you. The one that the convex people went up is sort of behind you now and halfway in the rubble. So you could try and get up there if you wanted to, but it'd be a little bit hard. You could also keep going and see if you can find another ladder down there. It's up to you guys.
Another ladder, I think, would be the plan.
I probably would have stopped at the next ladder, by the way, as soon as I heard the shit. The
Yeah, you wouldn't have.
Yeah,
you haven't
Freeze.
seen a ladder yet, but you're definitely further ahead than the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
Free's plan was to get to the next ladder and stop as well, and then start counting to herself to see how long it'll take.
Great, so I'll say the three of you start catching up to Free and then start catching up to Lakian. Yeah, it's a strange sight of Wade sort of running up, who's kind of in shock about everything. By the way, Wade, your perk is still active for the next minute. Just as a note. You see Thyra running, who's sweat dripping off the brow, a couple of arrows protruding, and then just this hulking form of the parasite who is kind of running on three legs, one arm and two legs, with V just hunkered over the side, who's just freaking out. So yeah, you catch up and keep running.
Excuse me.
I'm glad you guys caught up. Are they still following?
Nah, I dealt with them.
You dealt with
It might
them?
take a while, but I would rather get out of here than.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, they could be sending people above ground to the next sewer grates as well, right? So, best to keep moving.
Sure, you keep moving. Wade, as you're running along, like kind of feeling good about what you've just done, you hear the voice return in the back of your head. Sort of, Kevin's been keeping quiet most of this time, and then just all of a sudden you hear, "Holy shit, Wade! That was fucking amazing! Who?"
I bow, but I can't right now, so.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to... Holy shit! You keep on running. It takes you about maybe like 5 to 10 minutes to find another ladder. They're not super far apart, and yeah, it's up there. It's up a long ladder with like a small sewer drain up above.
All right,
So, yeah,
before we
moving on
crawl out of here with that attached to chaos,
Wait, what? Who the?
I said before we crawl out of here with
Who's that?
Bija.
Oh, bitch.
Do you
Yep.
not recognize him? Wait.
I'm gonna grab Vita by the head
I
and
do
like
now.
hold him in front of Wade.
Yeah, you watch as this large, like, reddish black ivory hand, like, grabs the top of Ouija's head like this and just turns him like this. You see him, like fighting it.
Well, let's go.
Where
Come
are you
on.
taking him?
Somewhere I can work on him.
Yeah,
What? No. Okay, let's just go. Oh no.
How do you know where we can't go?
Anywhere we don't want danger to follow?
We can't go back to Kev's sister's house?
No.
Not yet, anyway. We can't go there looking
I don't
like
think
this.
we'll
I'm
go
with
back
him.
there at all.
They could tail us for who knows how long.
We could leave the city.
we can't leave. I don't know if y'all heard, but they're planning an attack on, I think, the Echelon.
Oh, the artifact.
You guys
they
can take him
mentioned?
to the book cult people?
I don't know if I trust them either.
Well, you can head in that direction.
Okay, I have a question. Why are we keeping him?
He's got
Well, I
information
plan
that
on
we'll
killing
probably
him
need.
eventually.
He's got information about the inner workings of his situation that we'll need, and others will need, so other people don't go through the same shit that we did.
What part of town have we come out of? And are we being followed?
Are you going up the ladder?
I assumed we already had.
Yes.
Yeah, we're climbing
Okay.
the
We are
ladder.
getting
If
out of
you-
the sewer.
Okay, so if you're going out the ladder, you will manage to make it out. Izzy, it is a
Yes.
fucking struggle. You are already a large creature, and you are also carrying a kicking and squirming human man as well. Why don't you should go ahead and make me an athletics check as the parasite.
Sure. That would be plus. Yeah,
So
that
you
is
maintain
a-
your proficiencies, by the way. So you get the strength
Yes.
bonus and your
It's whatever
And the
the
new-
score
new
is showing
proficiencies?
-1.
Yeah. Well, it's different because I'm looking at a different sheet than my current stats. But yes, no, that would be it's 18.
Yeah, so you kind of squeeze out of there. It's tight and it's harmful. But the rest of you watch as she is like coming up. The shoulders and the arms of the parasite itself aren't big enough or aren't small enough to fit through the circular grate, and you watch as it kind of like almost shifts form and sort of thins a bit, and the Equa sort of goes up and down, almost like squeezing it together on purpose. like this amorphous blob, and it just sort of like comes straight outwards. You guys emerge. I'll say. Okay, so you're not in the inner ring, from what you can tell. Looking around, there are buildings here, but they're not clustered in a way that you recognize from the inner ring in the city.
Do
They're
I
a little bit more spread
recognize
apart.
where we are?
You do not. No.
Okay.
You are near enough to one of the main canals here that you can see just sort of over on the far side. On the other side, it sort of dips back down into thinner canals. And as you look back that way, sorry, you're pretty perceptive. You see just beyond the torchlight of some of the lampposts that are here, you can just make out one of the buildings. It appears to be wider, a little bit squat but wider, and it has a flag outside of it. Why don't you go ahead and make me a perception check?
Ten.
10. Yeah, it's hard to tell what the flag is. You can just about make out the colors. Some of it's purple, some of it's gold. But you are unsure of what the flag is itself.
There, let's go in that direction. And I'll point toward in the general direction of the flag.
All right.
At this point, I'm going to try to take back Isabel's body and mind, because I don't think chaos walking through the streets of a city is a good idea.
Okay.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think about it. What'd you get?
I got, let's see, that's a charisma save, so that would be, actually check my fucking thing, so it went entirely out of my brain. That is 13, not great.
On the saving throw?
On the saving throw. Versus his
Okay.
charisma check.
Yeah, as you sort of think about it and will chaos to come back inside of you, strangely enough, he doesn't put up resistance. The parasite just sort of recedes back into the base of your skull. You almost get the sense of like there is a mutual understanding here of what you are trying to do.
Okay.
But yeah, so you begin walking down to the building itself. It's maybe about 150 feet away, and as you get closer, what's everyone's passive perception?
14.
11.
16.
Ooh.
14.
Okay, Thyra, as you get closer, you get maybe within 60 feet of it, and you can make out the flag now. It appears to be a purple background with a golden sun on it. You remember this flag from before, when you came into Recrovy. This is the flag of the Liberty Guard. You are standing right outside the police station.
I think we should keep going.
All right.
But we should turn around.
So I feel like
Do we
turning around would be a
see-
better idea.
Any? Do these look like warehouses, houses? Any that we could dive into and hide?
Around there, they look mostly to be not. They're a little bit bigger than houses. They appear to be more so industrial buildings. So there aren't really houses here per se. You're actually on the other side of the canal here, so there is a
Okay.
water base in between you and the HQ itself. But there is vague light here, and there are a couple of Liberty Guard that are just hanging around the outside. You see one of them is sort of like smoking a pipe with a couple of his friends.
Can
They're, like,
I
trying to look around a little bit.
can I get a little bit more bearings of like where we are situationally in the city compared to like where the echelon might be, or the convex reserve?
Make an intelligence check at disadvantage, as you have not been here before.
Have I not been here either with like my
You
whole
have not been here.
excursions?
This is in a this is in a sort of like an off area.
Like an offshoot?
If you walked around a little bit, you might be able to figure out where you were just from because you've been around, but you've never
Okay.
been right outside the HQ.
Gotcha.
So I rolled a natural 20 and a 7. So 8.
It's hard to say. You aren't sure.
Well, I know we need to avoid that building.
Wow, what's wrong with that building?
Agreed.
They're the
We've got. Go ahead.
they're the
Covered
Govern-
in police
the-
force?
yeah, they're the law in the town.
And guys want to ask Vija questions, right?
Of course.
If we hand
Preferably.
them over, we won't get those answered.
Well, maybe we should come back here after you get our answers. Bring them here.
Fair enough.
Aye, if he makes it that long, it's probably not a bad idea.
You see the three guards as you are all standing here. One of them started, sort of like looks at you guys.
What time of day is it?
One.
I think he
It's-
drank
it's-
too much.
Maybe
No,
like-
that's
also
exactly what I was
wearing-
gonna do.
You aren't sure
We're
of the
also
exact
wearing
time.
the choke
It's
clothing.
early night, so it's maybe like 12, 1, 2 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Told you you
It's
shouldn't
not
have started
good.
drinking at 10 o'clock this morning.
Keeping
Aye.
in mind our outfits right now too.
Idjit.
We should just go.
Yeah, let's go.
Yep.
Just go.
Start walking away.
Just pick
Okay.
a direction that looks abandoned, I guess.
So yeah, so there's the direction ahead of you, which is where the guard center is. There's no immediate passage to the right, but you gather if you walk forward a little bit in front of it, there'll be a passage to the right. You can go backwards or you can go left.
Let's go
Let's go.
backwards.
I say left.
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 Okay.
So
you
we're not
backtrack a little bit.
fleeing from the guards. It looks like we're just like turning the corner.
Yeah, so you backtrack a little bit to hit one of the bridges that passes over, and you duck back down into a group of buildings. As you walk forwards, you get a little bit in, and you can now start to see the very tip of the echelon is starting to appear over the skyline. It appears that you are just outside of the inner ring.
Do we bring him there, or do we find a place to talk to him first?
I don't think we should take him there.
All
Are you
right.
telling
I don't
someplace
think we should take
abandoned?
him anywhere.
Well, we can't
Is there?
question him in the middle of the street. We'll need to go
Well-
somewhere and.
Not not in front of other people is what I mean.
I mean,
Aye.
I know though all those guys were in the sewer earlier, but what about that spot that we went gator hunting the other day?
Oh, on the outside.
You know what? I know the perfect place. Free? Would you be able to get
Oh.
there?
I think so.
I mean, it would be a ways to walk, but
Yeah,
it's outside
it'd
of the
be
city and it's
private.
secluded.
If we're near the echelon, are we? Do we want to walk or do you want to grab our horses?
You
It's
are
a
just
lot of
outside the
effort
inner
to
ring.
grab
You
them.
aren't sure where the horses are because you don't
Okay.
know what side, like what degree of the ring you're on. Alakian, what's your past investigation for me?
Fuck. That increases with level 2, right? So I need to take that down 1 from
Mhm.
what it shows on the character sheet. That'd
Correct.
be 15.
15? Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, you sort of detach from the group a little bit and sort of run up and around. You get the sense you're on the southern end of the inner ring. The horses, you know, are way up north by
Okay.
the northern gate.
Yeah, I'll convey that to everybody. In addition to, if you guys are planning on heading out of the city, then I'll have to leave you to it, because as much as I'd love to see him squirm, I think I should check in before they get the wrong idea about us
You need
and what
these
we did.
uniforms.
Probably would be best.
Are we in
Will
like
take him with you?
a decent enough spot that people wouldn't see us changing?
Yeah, you guys are sort of like in between a couple buildings. You're not on a road or anything.
All right, yeah, just start stripping down and putting
Okay.
on stuff. Normal clothes.
Same.
Enough.
Okay, sure. It takes off fairly easily. It takes you 5 minutes to get him off. Yeah, you tied him up and you bound him. So I'll say, Izzy, you just throw him to the side and tear him off and then put him back on.
I step on his chest as I'm changing, as I'm removing the magical thing, so he can't. So he knows, like, yeah, I could crush you.
Fair enough.
You're like, do you recognize us now, asshole?
Yeah, does he get like a realization when he sees us all?
He's
Or has he
seen
passed
you.
through so many and not care?
Remind me
He's
if you
seen
bound him
Thyra.
or not. Does he speak?
Huh? He can speak, yes.
So Izzy, you didn't tie up his mouth or anything?
She probably would have afterwards, yes, just in case he wouldn't scream or anything like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you had for some reason. I don't know if you said it last session or not.
I think
I don't
we
think I
did
did,
because he
but-
started screaming.
Oh, yeah. We did. Yeah,
Yeah.
just fucking tentacle came up and just like, just went like around his mouth.
But yeah, you look down and he's sort of like glaring at you. He's angry.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, fuck him.
All right. Do we want to head out of town or just find some building here and then, I don't know.
Can I see? Can I find a building like around where we are that looks abandoned?
Make an investigation check. Actually, this is perception. You're not going up and like testing them.
12, 12, 6, 18.
Sure, I'll say one of the buildings not far off. It's bigger. It looks to be maybe like a warehouse of some sort.
That building looks abandoned. Maybe Alakian can take a look.
I'll slip all the clothes into my bag and I'll head that direction.
I'm putting mine in my chest.
Sure.
The
So you
choke
have-
outfit?
Yep.
All right.
You've got four sets of clothing in your bag. Your bag is now and an awful lot heavier. And Thyra has one. You go and run to the building. It's big. It's got like a big open, like a sliding door. I guess yeah, sure. It has a horizontal sliding door on the front that's fit for a garage type deal. Yeah, it's got a front door that you can go and test it. It appears to be locked. There are no lights on inside, but it's a bit grimy, but otherwise fine.
Okay. I'll unlock the front door, or attempt to, I should say.
Make your thieves tools check for me.
Okay. Which, again, remind me what that is. That's
It's
Dexterity.
Dex plus Prof.
Dex plus Prof.
Or double if you've gotten expertise in it, which I don't
Well-
know if you did.
Natural 20, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, no, fuck me, yeah.
Oh yeah, you freaking put the lockpick in and slide it out and it's done.
Okay.
For some reason, seconds before you did it, it unlocked itself.
Yeah, it's so crazy. You looked at it and it just sort of pinged open. Yeah, you open the door and sort of poke your head inside. It appears to be an old shipping building. It's maybe like 90 feet down and 60 feet along, with a couple different rooms in here. But the main open room has like a couple of old crates that appear to have been left here. Most of them are opened. Yeah, it's
Sounds
not
like a good
currently in use.
spot.
Okay. I'll go back, relay the information, and I'll look at Thyra and just be like, what do you mean to tell them about yours? Your outfit.
I'll return it.
All right. I'll head off towards the reserve.
Okay.
And we
Sure.
head into the abandoned warehouse.
Okay, so
As everybody's going in, I'm gonna catch Isabel.
Hey? What is it?
Don't kill him until I get back.
Of
And
course.
make sure everybody stays safe. And I'm going to the echelon.
Okay.
Sorry, there's a fly.
Good luck there. I'm gonna head in and look for a chair. Look for a chair.
Easy enough to do. Yeah. There's a chair in one of the side rooms. That is sturdy enough that you can go and sit down. I'll say, for the sake of brevity here, Alakian, as you walk down to are you going to the monastery or the reserve?
Did they tell me where to meet them back at before we left?
They didn't tell you to meet them at all.
I'll go to the monastery.
Okay, sure. So you head down to the monastery. Walking in, you find the familiar person behind the desk. The familiar guy who sort of like notices you come in, sort of nods. It's like, I assume you are here to see Master Geth again?
Has he come back yet?
Not currently. I'm not sure when he's coming back. He likes to disappear, that one, but I'll let you know if he does.
I'll be back myself. I'm gonna head back to the. I'm gonna head to the reserve.
Okay, sure. You head to the reserve. You get there. It's. I'll say the round trip will take you like an hour and a half to get around.
Okay.
But yeah, you get to the reserve. At this hour, there is no one behind the front entrance. It is late, so you head to the reserve, and yeah, it's there.
Was there any spot that I saw Keeper Doltrin at more often? Like at night, whenever I came back from gatherings, or were they just walking around?
Oh, you mean Pasho?
Pasho, yeah.
Most of the time, they're either flitting around sort of in the open, or they're behind the entranceway, doing work or whatever. I'll say you start walking around. It appears at this time, since it's maybe like it's close to 3 in the morning, no one really is up at all.
Okay.
From what you can see.
And I don't see any trace of anybody that came back or anything like that.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. That is 19 plus 5, so 24.
24? Yeah, as you're sort of looking around, you don't notice any traces of Geth or Finch or the Inquirator here. And as you go and start leaving, you look down into the alleyway that that you left in, where you all like went down into the sewers.
Mm-hmm.
The grate is open.
I'm gonna go over there and see if I can find any trace of where they might have went.
Okay,
if
sure.
I can.
Yeah. As you look down and sort of piece things together, you do see a trail of footprints, and another trail of footprints, and another trail, and another trail. This appears to have been more than 3 people.
Can I start following the footprints, or trying to at least?
Yeah, you can if you want.
Yeah.
You begin starting to follow them. I'll say you walk through a couple of varying streets, and then you eventually come to one of the. What is that? It's right there. They head back towards the inner ring a little bit. And as you sort of walk up to it, you start noticing groups of people that are sort of flitting in and out of the shadows. You see one group of 3 people, another group of 4 people. There's one way down, sort of in the direction of the center. There's a group of another 3 people. They're just sort of flitting in and out of the shadows.
Can I make out any features, like on their clothing or anything like that?
Make a perception check.
Not great. 15.
You don't know?
The footprints are still going forward, though.
Yeah. They sort of hit the edge of the main canal down into the center, and stop where it becomes stone and not dirt.
I've still got on my choke uniform. I didn't put mine in the bag, but I just kept mine on.
Okay.
I'm gonna duck into an alley and change my face again. I'm gonna change it to look like the guy that was like the head speaker that we were watching.
Okay. You do so to the best of your collection. You didn't get the best look at him as your attention was mostly focused elsewhere, but you
Yeah.
have an idea.
Okay. And I guess I'm going to keep heading forward then. I'm kind of gonna do it stealthily, just to make it look like I'm not trying to, like I'm not just following. I'm actually trying to stick with the group or whatever.
It makes
So I don't
sense.
stick out. 25.
Great. You feel fairly hidden. As you start to get closer, you make out that some of these groups appear to be wearing a similar uniform to you.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep going forward until I find what I'm looking for.
What are you looking for?
Traces of Geth or anybody else.
Okay. Sure. As you keep moving forward, with your previous perception check, yeah, there doesn't appear to be any traces of anyone being caught here. I'll say, make an intelligence check for me, just for the sake of it.
It's cocked. Just straight intelligence?
Yeah.
That is an 18.
With your knowledge of how a lot of thieves guilds work, you guess that the reserve was probably one of the first places that they came to when they saw that you were all running away, and they knew that the Inquirator had been taken. And with you following the footsteps, they've probably done a once-over of the reserve and a once-over of the order, or of the monastery. Now they are just flitting back and forth, probably looking for information about, where the Geth would have gone, or if anything like that.
Okay. I'm just gonna head back to the monastery then.
Still as the guy.
For now, whenever I get closer, I'll drop it and just be myself.
Okay, sure, yeah. You begin heading back to the monastery with your 25 stealth. No one's really noticing you slip back and forth. But yeah, you make your way back to the monastery and then drop it.
I'm gonna go inside, see if Geth has come back again.
Okay, the answer is the same. He has not.
Okay. I am going to then perch myself on a couch or a chair or whatever and begin to take my long rest, just waiting there.
Okay.
If I can. Basically,
You're
start
doing it
meditating and attempting to complete a long rest. depending
the
on.
monastery itself.
Yes.
Yeah, as you go and sit down, you begin meditating. You are woken up 5 minutes later by a tap on your shoulder. The tiefling guy is there and says, "Oh, you cannot do. No, you cannot do this here. Oh, this is not a hotel."
I'm sure Master Geth wouldn't mind, considering what we've been doing this evening.
Well, unfortunately, he's not really here to make the decision, so I'm going to have to ask you, aren't you with the reserve? Go and do that in the reserve.
I'm worried about them.
Well, it is not unlike him to go and disappear for a little bit. I'm sure he's fine. But you cannot do your weird focusy thing here. I'm afraid we're not. Our lobby is not a hotel.
Then is there some place I
maintain
can that's within
appearances.
this building?
What is your ranking in the order?
Fuck, actually, I don't even remember. What's my technical ranking?
Student.
Student? Okay.
Yeah, he says, yeah, no, we don't allow for students to have a sleeping quarters in the monastery. That's what the reserve is for, I'm afraid. So
I'm not wanting quarters, just wanting someplace to stay here and wait.
well, you can do it on the street if you wish, but I'm afraid you cannot be sleeping in the main entrance to the monastery. People have
That's
to come in and
fine.
out.
That's fine. Do you have a room or a storage closet? I don't give a shit. I'm not leaving here.
You watch as he sort of walks off. You're waiting for a couple minutes. Then he comes back with another tiefling who appears to be female,
God damn it.
sort of purplish skin, long black hair, clad in very similar attire to Master Geth. She walks up, says, "Yeah, hello. Who are you?"
My name's Alakian.
Right. I am Master Focus. I am the Master of Combat here at the Monastery of Shadow, and I am afraid that you cannot be sleeping here in the lobby. So please, if you would like to evacuate the premises, I will do it for you.
Are you aware of the mission that Geth went on this evening?
No, he does not have to tell me everything. We get our own missions for ourselves. I'm sure he is fine. I'm not sure he would appreciate you sticking around and obstructing everything.
The multiple squads of members of the Choke that have been observing the monastery and the reserve would say otherwise.
Make an athletics check for me.
15. Oh, no. Athletics, 11.
Grabs the back of your neck and starts dragging you out. She says, "Yeah, we are aware. I'm sure he is fine. He's dealt with this sort of thing before. Now please," drops you off at the front door. "I would like to sleep. Please do not cause any further obstructions. If you need a place to stay, you can go to the reserve. Thank you." And she begins walking back inside.
Fine. I'll turn around and leave.
Okay, where are you going?
Reserve, I guess.
Okay, so you head back to the reserve. You're just going to sleep there for the night?
Yeah. Yep.
Fair enough. Great. Izzy, you wanted to go to the echelon?
Fire did.
No, I did.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I wanted to go to echelon. My bad.
I did.
So you head down there. Are you still in your choke attire?
Nope, I changed. I'm
Fair
as me.
Yeah, as you begin walking down, you get maybe like 15 minutes in before you catch like a glimpse of movement out of the corner of your eye down one of the alleyways.
Can I tell what kind of movement it is?
just like a movement of like a shadow just moves.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'll keep on alert, but I'll keep going.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you sort of notice to keep walking. And as you walk for another couple of minutes, and then suddenly, like, a guy pops out in front of you, like, real smooth, like, sort of, like, all right, miss, what are you doing out of this time?
I'm here to kick ass and take names. Would you rather me kick your ass or take your name?
Well, I don't think that'll be necessary. And you feel another two people walk up behind you. He says, now, me and my associates are just looking for someone. I don't know if you've seen them. It's just a group of us. One with a very large mustache, red hair. There's another one who's sort of bold like me, but noticeably uglier. And we're looking for someone who's a part of the convex order. I don't know if you've seen them either anywhere around.
I mean, people have mustaches all around. Of course I've seen someone with a mustache. And an ugly bald guy. You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
I'm afraid I can't really be too specific on it. Why don't you tell me where you've gone ahead and seen them, love, and then we'll go from there.
Well, I saw them that way. And I'll point them not towards where I'm going, not towards where I was, but just in another random direction. And then I saw some back in the park, maybe about 4 or 5 hours ago. I saw one of them leaving the town, probably early this morning.
Yeah, go ahead and make a
Where's
deception
the
check for me,
convex
Vera.
thing? Would you say?
Make a deception check for me.
Oh, yes, I got that natural 20, so it's like a 21 probably. My deception's not that great.
You see him sort of like, there's like a little twitch in his eyebrow. He's getting a little bit infuriated. He's like, all right, we'll go check out them places then. Thank you very much. He sort of like stands by to let you through.
I will walk past him.
Yeah, as you walk past, you hear them sort of group up again, just like, oh, I think we're going to get any information out of her. She's really fucking annoying. And they sort of keep walking on. They're not the nicest people in the world, in case you haven't noticed. So yeah. But yeah, you continue on to the echelon without
I want to poison spray them so bad. But
I wouldn't be mad at you if you chose to, but yeah.
But Thyra knows she's not going to start a fight in the middle of a street alone.
Fair enough. So yeah, you make it to the echelon. It is currently very, very dimly lit. It is open. It's open 24/7, but there are like barely any people working in the night.
Who is at the reception desk right now? Is it the same person we've been dealing with, or a new one?
It is not. It is a dwarven woman, sort of like very young, so like comparatively early 20s, with like very, very tousled, frizzy blonde hair, sort of wide eyes. Who sees you coming in? He's like, "Oh, hello! I didn't see you come in. It's very weird out there right now. I've had a lot of people coming in.
Coming in? Why?
I don't know. They're looking for someone. I haven't seen anyone though. We don't really get very much action here in the middle of the night."
I'm actually here to see if Yesik is still working kind of late today.
Oh yeah, I think he's in. Yeah, he doesn't really leave very much anymore. I think he's in. Do you have clearance to go and see him? Is he expecting?
He's not expecting me, but an emergency came up with something he's working on. I've been helping Yasmin with some of her work.
Okay, yeah. Make a persuasion check for me.
12.
Okay, yeah.
And I want to come in being intimidating.
I don't think I'm allowed to disturb him for that. I don't think I can do it. I can leave a message for him though, if you would prefer.
How quickly would the message get to him? It's kind of important. Like life or death important.
Well, I'll tell you what. I can give him a quick, message, and then if he's around and he's not busy, then he might come see you. But I'm not sure that it will.
All right. Well, I mean, you can just tell him that the artifact he's working on. There's a big group of people who are going to attack here to try and take it.
Okay, what is your name?
Oh, I'm Tyra. I'm sorry. What's your name?
It's nice to meet you. My name is Oesboev.
Olis.
Oesboev. That's Oeseboev.
It's a very unique name.
Thank you. Yeah, I will pass on the message, and then I will let you know if he's available. But it may be tomorrow, at the earliest.
All right, but if you guys get attacked and you die, that's on you.
Thank you. Okay. Goodbye.
I'm gonna go sit for about 10 minutes to see if he wants to see me before I leave.
Okay, sure. You go and sit down. You watch her. She's like very like confused about your message, and you watch her. Sort of waits. Yeah, he said he's not available to talk right now. I'm afraid. But if it is of importance, he will see Asmin about it tomorrow.
Well, Asmin doesn't know about it, and I would rather keep it that way.
Okay. There's not really much I can do about that. It's up to him.
All right, well, if you get blown up like the Vantrix collection did, I mean, I hope you get out of it.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Bye-bye now. She's like really weirded out by your kind of threats to her and her organization. But yeah.
Oh, by the way, the people who are planning on attacking you are the choke. If that helps in your security beefing at all, and I'll leave.
Yeah, you leave. It's a weird encounter. She's kind of flustered by the whole thing. Yeah, where are you going next?
I'll go back to where everybody else is.
Okay, sure. So in the meantime,
I did my job. I warned them.
So we'll say Alakin gets back to the reserve after walking around a fair amount. You probably get back around 4:30, so you're waking up around normal time. The three of you who are there with Vija, find a chair, Izzy. Sit him down there if you want. What are you doing?
I will sit him down. Oh. Do you want to go first?
Free just wants to look over and be like, I don't care what you do after. I just want to ask him one thing.
As though we'll nod, we'll sit him down in a chair and tie him up. Tie him to the chair. And we'll walk behind him and put our hands on his shoulders and let Free approach. When she does, she'll remove the gag.
I think we just lost Chem due to the storm.
Oh no!
Oh, she's still
Can you hear
here.
me?
Okay, you just don't have a camera.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Okay.
Just lost the camera.
I saw like
Okay.
all the cameras start flickering, and I've never seen that before. And then you were gone, so I thought you were like gone.
Nope, I'm here. I'm
Okay.
here. Just cameraless, apparently.
Okay. Sorry.
Maybe after break it'll work again. Okay. Free is just going to kind of look him over, and then I suggest you answer honestly, dear, because I feel like this is only going to get worse for you if you don't. How far north did the roadshow go, and did you work with the cakery?
Make an intimidation check for me.
Okay. Which dice?
For the
Can I
first time
assist?
ever, Free is intimidating someone.
Yes. Can I
Oh, natural 20.
Jesus, you guys! How many
Never
natural
mind.
20s is that this episode?
And I'm not proficient, but it's still a +5.
Okay.
So 25.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you watch as you get real close into his face and sort of lean down and stare at him in his eyes. He is shaken by this whole ordeal. He is scared. Between Izzy turning into this giant monster, Wade throwing literal lightning out of his fingers and collapsing a whole tunnel down on a criminal organization, he's fucking terrified of you guys. Yeah, he sort of like is shaking and sort of regains himself a little bit. He's like, we only went as north as Big Daki. I have heard of the cakery, but they were our competitors. I don't deal with them.
Were your competitors?
Yes, of course. You know what we were doing. We don't want to deal with rival slavers, so...
Yes, but were.
The Roshu's no more. You made sure of that when you collapsed my entire fucking arena down onto some stupid pit.
Don't you play stupid with us.
I'm not playing stupid, you were there.
You knew what was under that arena.
I swear, I had no idea what was under the arena.
Insight.
Make insight check.
It's not great. That's 5.
It's Fija. You have no idea. Oh shit, maybe it's back. Whatever, I'll leave it.
Sounded violent.
Yeah, I fell off the side of my desk. Down into the pit, whatever. Yeah, it's hard for him to read him.
Okay.
He's a naturally slimy individual.
Alright.
Is it also
Yeah.
look at Free and Wade and go, if anything you want to know from him, let me know now.
No, I'm quite content, but you don't happen to have any whiskey left, do you?
I do, a little bit. It's not a whole lot. I'll give the last of it to Free.
Cheers to a slaver being out of business, and then she's gonna take a very long shot.
Have you... What was the name of the cult again? I whispered to Free.
The Scorched King? Is that the cult you're talking about?
We know you're working with the Scorched King.
Yeah, you watch as he turns his head to you, sort of frowns his eyebrows. Who?
Motherfucker. Can I insight him again?
Come on, Wade. Come on, Wade.
Do it at disadvantage, because
Okay.
you kind of already done this.
Wow, okay, 19. I rolled a nat 20 on what would have been normal roll.
That's the 5th one tonight. Yeah, for all intents and purposes, it's telling the truth. He doesn't know.
Okay. Well, he's useless. I guess maybe we should turn him in the police.
I almost forgot one more question. How far south did you go?
We've been all over the place, the south. Mostly operating out of Casco and some of Gizerian or Korvik, but we've been very far south, down to the coastline.
Aegis? Or what was it, the other one? Aocrin Coast? Those directions?
I don't go that far east. Things
Alright.
get more complicated there.
You haven't been to Cage,
Wonderful.
have you?
Where?
Gets a little frustrated, and then he's like, it's actually probably for the best.
Anything else you want to ask him before I begin my work?
No, but I'm gonna go to a different room and not witness this. And she's gonna find a different area in the warehouse to chill and drink.
Okay, sure. You can find a different room off to the side. That's fine.
Before
Wade, what are you doing?
Izzy starts, it's gonna take her just a couple feet aside. I know you're gonna want to kill him, but hear me out. It wasn't just us that was affected by him taking us as slaves. There's been hundreds before us, I'm sure, and those people, their families, they deserve justice too. And killing him here doesn't let everybody else have justice.
Oh, my plan's not to kill him. My plan is to torture him until he tells me the list of his clients, who they are, and where they are.
Right.
So, I'm going to walk over to Vija, but I sort of crouch down until I'm face to face with him, and go, "Do you remember me, Vija?"
Yeah. As you get closer, you see his gaze is when he's been talking to other people, his gaze has been on them, but it's been consistently flitting back and forth to you, considering what you brought him through as. He's like, "Yes, I do."
Do you remember my name?
Doesn't really respond. Just
I'm
confused.
going to carve it into your chest so that you always remember. And then I'm going to stand up. I'm going to grab the back of the chair and drag him to a different room. And after I enter there, I'm gonna tell Chaos to not kill him, but I'm gonna let Chaos do the work because he's more imaginative.
For the purposes of this, make a charisma saving throw.
Okay, do good. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is a 21.
Okay, so you are still able to regain control. Should chaos go too far, I'll say for the purposes of this, we'll black out there. Yeah, you go do you. For a little bit.
So
is there anything that you want to get from him in this time?
Yes, I want to get a list of any clients he remembers, their names and where they are. If he's trying to restart his business, if he has any slaves that are still around. And oh god, what was the dwarf we first met? What was his name? The dwarf that helped us all those times ago.
Beggett.
Beggett. The person he's looking for. I'm gonna ask about her name as well, because Isabel said that she'd help him.
Great, sure. So, he gives you a number of different names of people that he worked for. However, he says that most of them are all, or were all, dead upon falling into the pit. He's unsure who made it out. If you want names of people, I'll come up with them for you and DM them to you later.
Yes, yes, I would like them.
Great. He has no idea about Beggett's daughter. He never saw her.
Okay.
Let me see here. He basically tells you that he escaped the pit with 3 other people that were his companions, accomplices, fled to Linterink, did not try to resume the roadshow at all. You are uncertain of the reason why. He doesn't say why, but he has not made an attempt. However, he is the only one to have come back to Recrovy.
Yeah. What were the names of his companions?
Let me see here, because I had them. I deleted them. Shit. I'll email them. I'll DM them to you as well.
Okay.
I had like a list of NPCs from session 1 when I did session 1, and I was using Roll20 to keep track of my notes, and then I fucking deleted them all because they weren't important. I'll make up
that's
the names
shitty.
and bring them back.
I've done that before. All right. After it's all done, Isabel will regain control. We'll leave the room, probably covered in blood.
Okay.
And then we'll go to a corner and try to sleep.
Okay. I mean, do you think you'll be able to sleep?
I'm going to roll a wisdom saving throw, and I'm going to tell you the number, and then I'll let you decide whether or not that's good enough for me to sleep. 16. Actually, no, that's actually higher than that. It's 19 because I forgot I get proficiency with wisdom.
You stay awake
Saving throws.
for about an hour, just off of the adrenaline of what happened and the ethical debate amongst yourself about whether this is what you do. What's your alignment?
It is true neutral.
Change that to neutral evil for me.
Oh shit. Okay, I need to find where
Saw that
is.
coming. Equa, after this, I do have something I wanted to do before.
Okay. So yeah, you stay awake for an hour or so about thinking about what you've done, but eventually find rest. We'll say about this time Farah comes back in, free and wager off to a side room if you want to talk about anything.
Oh, good thing you're back. So I don't know if y'all heard me, but during that whole fiasco, I kind of gathered the attention of, well, Nigel gathered the attention of said Choke. I kind of told them if they wanted to meet me at the Minotaur's Muse. I was thinking if we can find a way to get them to trust us, we might be able to sabotage their attack on the echelon. I was wondering if y'all could maybe back me up tonight.
You said I'm back?
Equa, Thyra's back, right?
Yeah, Thyra's back.
Well, I went and I warned the echelon, and they didn't really take it seriously, but they're warned. My job is done. What did she do? And I pointedly look at Isabel.
I don't know. I spent the time drinking. What was
Is she
left in
asleep?
here?
She I'd assume it was eating.
Yeah.
Depends on how long you came back.
I am grabbing her by the scruff, yanking her up, and slamming her against a wall.
Do you
She
resist,
sort of
Izzy?
She does not. No, her eyes are kind of clouded over and a little dead.
What did you do?
He's alive.
That did not answer my question. What did you do?
I'm sure you can fill in what I did. He's alive, and I have information about people he's worked with.
And you couldn't have just asked?
I need to
I'm
make
gonna
sure he wasn't
slam him
lying.
against the-
What was that?
I'm gonna slam you against the wall.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, is it hard enough to do damage?
I mean, she's not raging yet, so I would say no.
No, it's more of an intimidation tactic, we'll say.
If you ever do anything like that again, you will not be breathing. Where is he?
she's going to point to the room where he currently is, still tied up.
I'm just gonna drop him. I'm not gonna set him down on the ground. I'm just gonna drop her.
Okay. You go into the room?
Yep. Wade, I'll help you try to stop any attack on the echelon. And I'll just...
Thank you, Thyra.
However, darling, I don't think doing it as Nigel after running away from them will be a good idea.
Oh! I'll stick my head out. They're looking for us. They stopped me on the street. I forgot.
Oh,
Looking for us or fake us?
Fake us?
Okay. Did they see
Oh,
him?
but real him. Pointing to, I'm assuming, Vija, because he's the ugly bald dude.
Nope. That was.
Shoot, we
Wasn't
really...
that Izzy?
I meant real him as in real Vija, because I looked like Vija for a long time.
Oh, right, you did. Never mind.
Maybe we should have kept those disguises. Shoot.
honestly, it's better if we don't look like them or have clothes that look like theirs.
Well, I was thinking maybe if they're coming to find Nigel, and we set some sort of trap for them, it'll be easier.
Yes, but could we really take on 200 plus thieves?
Well, I don't think that many of them could go to the tavern and be there at once and start a scene like that out in the open,
You underestimate the underworld and just how brazen they can be.
I will say, Thyra, as you look over Vija, he's unconscious. He's knocked out. He's destroyed. Bloody. Absolutely fucking terrible.
Moral dilemma. You're muted if you are saying something.
The
Can
moral
I-
dilemma is, do I go out and beat up Isabel more or not?
I thought so. You were bumbling to yourself there.
Could always flip a coin.
Could always roll dice.
Odds versus evens.
Yep.
I'm gonna go up
Yeah,
and
you
poke
doing
him.
anything, Thyra?
I'm poking him just to see if he'll wake up.
Yeah, you poke him in one of the spaces that is not cut. Poke. It's breathing.
He doesn't wake up.
Doesn't wake up.
I have one spell slot left. Let me see what I have. Because I want to talk to him. But I can't talk to an unconscious person. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna cure wounds.
Okay, so roll for your healing.
Nope, wrong one. 7
7?
points of healing.
Yeah. You feel the breathing starts to get heavier, and you sort of... He wakens.
How do you feel in there?
Like shit.
Do you regret your decisions?
No comment from him.
So what kind of questions did my friends ask you so I don't ask the same ones twice?
Shouldn't you have asked them, Ned?
They're asleep.
Make a deception check.
19.
I don't believe that. The elf and the tiefling are too good for this.
The elf isn't here.
Not that elf, the other one, the strange one.
Oh, she was asleep. She might be asleep again. I don't know. I don't really care right now. How do you say my country's name?
Where are you from?
No, I mean I'm asking the GM.
Oh,
Aegeus.
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 Yeah.
Have you ever been down to Aegeus?
I try to stay away.
Why?
The cities are harder to escape.
Have you ever encountered the person I looked like before?
No.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Oh, natural one.
You had no idea. Finally, after 5 natural 20s, we have a 1. Fucking finally. Yeah, no, it's hard to tell with him.
It's sad because our passive insight is kind of high. That's good. All right. We're there. I don't think I want to know. Would you rather me send my friend in, or for us to take you to the authorities?
Do whatever you want. I'll be
You
out.
don't want me. You don't want me to do whatever I want? My eyes slowly swirl.
Whatever you can do. I've already went through your friend. And if you take me in, I'm not going to stay there long. Best
Why not?
decide what you're going to do.
Why won't you be there long?
I have ways of getting out.
So you're saying we should take care of you now?
I'm not saying anything.
Do you have plans to restart the roadshow?
Not currently.
Currently, as present, I'm looking for the future.
I don't know.
What would it take for you to start it up again?
The pure like anger of this situation of him being caught, brought here, tortured, especially with you guys who are former prisoners of his. That rage is just keeping him going. Like he's not lasting on much. What did you ask him?
What would it take for you to start the roadshow again?
Well, in theory, money would be nice.
Is that why you are with the choke? Find ways of getting your money back? So you can enslave people again? Force them to fight against their will?
I'm just here to make money, whatever the way.
Does the door open in or out?
We'll say out. Why not?
I don't have anything else to ask you. You can sleep it off. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna stay in front of his door because I don't trust his.
Okay.
Or myself at this point.
Sure. So the 4 of you are resting.
Yeah, Isabel try to fall asleep after Thyra was done.
I'm gonna take the first watch.
Okay. Wade and Free, you doing anything?
I mean, Wade still feels like he should be going to the Minotaur Muse, but I don't think I will. No.
Free is in the corner, scribbling in a journal and not sleeping.
Okay. Before we take our break, Alakian, you want to do something?
Yes. Before I went.
Did you get my DM, Equa?
I'll look
About the walk back, about being followed?
Let me see. Okay, make a perception check for me.
Natural one.
You don't know.
2 1s in a row.
What I wanted to do was go through all the pouches that I stole off of Vija and see what was in each one.
Okay, that's easy enough to do. Yeah. One of them is a component pouch. One of them contains a small amount of rations. If it's food crap. One of them has some gold in it, and the other one has some silver. It's weird. He likes to keep them separate, which is interesting. It's not a whole lot. You managed to pick off 6 gold and 7 silver from him.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Right. So, in this time, does anyone want to do anything else?
Guess I'm just resting up.
Yep, just asleep.
So, Wade, you get your rest. Thyra gets her rest. Alakian gets her rest. Isabel, you get your rest. Free, you are not resting, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so you do not get your rest. So we're going to go ahead and take our break. The 4 of you can go ahead and take your level 5. So update your character sheet accordingly. Free, when we get back. Do you want to do anything in the night, or are you going to just wait until morning when everyone gets up?
She's just waiting till morning.
Okay, so when we get back, you'll take a point of exhaustion because you've been up
Okay.
24 hours. But yeah, we're going to take our break there. And we'll come back here in 10 or so minutes to continue the story. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back here soon, continuing this, whatever this is. So yeah, we'll be back soon, you guys. Oh, Griz.
Great.
Woo!
Welcome back.
Who's drinking tonight? Yay!
Always.
I got pear juice.
I have whiskey.
Okay,
Today
so
we have a special guest. It is Felis's camera.
Hi, everybody.
Good to see your face again.
Yep. I'm still in the jacket.
signature jacket.
Yep.
Right. Yes. So, as we begin, we'll say technically Lakin will wake up before the rest of you guys, but we'll say for the
Way
purposes of
before.
this, Free is. Do you want to do anything before anyone else wakes up?
No, but she spent most of the night, just basically listening for noises and people passing by in paranoia.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay. 10 plus 4. 14.
Yeah. I mean, at the time that you sit down and start listening, for a couple of hours, there is nothing outside. The one thing that you do hear is, of course, Vija, who is, in the other room, who is at random points going, "Help! In here, help!"
Nah, fuck you.
I mean, he keeps doing it for as long as he can. Do you do anything with that?
Oh, Thyra's sitting in front of the door. Sure, I will shake Thyra awake for a second.
5 more minutes.
Sorry, dear, but he's making a lot of moaning.
Do you want me to take care of it?
Up to you. As long as we make him quiet.
We could pull out, I don't know, some kind of claw. I'm gonna go shove it in his mouth.
Fair enough.
They say you're making too much noise. Either be quiet or you get this. Alright, that's your choice. And I don't have tape or anything, but I'll shove it in his mouth.
Sure. That continues. The moaning continues for basically until you wake up. So yeah. Great. So, Free, you want to do anything else in this time?
I did take a short rest to use some hit dice, but other than that, nope.
Fair enough. So, Alakin, when you wake up, what do you want to do?
I want to find Keeper Pacho and see if Geth ever came back last night.
Yep, they're up and around. When they see you, they acknowledge you. They're like, "Hey, came in late."
Yes. Have you seen Master Geth around?
No. I mean, I'm guessing what with everything going on out there, he's probably in hiding or something. I'm surprised you're not with him.
He didn't tell us where to go.
Well, I won't pry. I mean, I thought you were supposed to come out with him in the same party, but that's, I guess, not. I haven't seen him around.
Okay. Well, here's these back. I'll hand him the oh crap. The choke uniform is -2. Mine and then
Okay.
Thyris.
Okay, sure. Yeah. He takes the 3 of them. He's like, oh, sorry, they. They say, "What? I thought there were 5."
All right, I'll pull mine out and I'll hand it to them and be like, other one was she got separated from us, and I just got these. Is all I was able to bring back for now, hoping to find her this morning and get it back from her.
Yeah, make a deception check.
Deception. That is a 18.
Okay, yeah. They're like, okay, well, good luck in finding them, I guess.
Where would they have gone to hide?
I don't know. I mean, Geth's always kind of been sneaky like that. He has a lot of late night outings with friends. So yeah, he sneaks out all the time. He's probably hiding out in one of his old places. I don't know where they are.
Insight check.
Make an insight
check. Which I'm feeling is probably going to reveal that that's the truth, but I don't see shit anyway. I rolled a 2, so total of 4.
Yeah, I mean, you believe him. Before, yeah.
All right. I guess I'm gonna go to. I guess I'm gonna leave, go to the jeweler, and pick up my necklace that I had commissioned.
Yeah, you head to the jeweler. He is there. He sort of comes out to you, and you inquire about it. He says, "No, it's not done yet. I thought we said later tonight was gonna be when it was finished."
Thought you said a day. Since it's been a day.
I said in the evening, the next day. So tonight.
All right.
I mean, things have been going a little bit faster than I expected, so I'll say, come back in like. I'll work on it. Come back in like half a day. We'll see how close we are. You might be able to lend a hand.
Did he say maybe you'll lend a hand? Is that what he said?
Yeah. Unless you'd like to now.
I mean, I've got nothing better to do right now. So,
He sort of leads you around to the back of the store. He says, "Now I'm watching you. Don't you touch anything that's not yours."
I wouldn't dream of it.
You said you've got experience smithing?
I do.
Good. You'll need it. He sort of brings you over to the amulet. It's 60% done. You know, he's done most of it.
Okay.
Why don't you go ahead and make me a d20 and add your strength modifier.
19.
I'm not proficient with smith's tools. Okay, no. Yeah. You sit there and work on it for a couple of hours. I'll say about 3 hours go by if you're working on it, and eventually it gets done. You see his depiction of what you had told him was a little bit off. It wasn't quite the way that you said that you wanted it to be, and you sort of go in and correct his mistakes a little bit, and he, responds quite well. But yeah, it takes a fair amount of time, but with your help, it speeds up the process. You get it done.
Okay. About how long did it take, roughly?
Just over 3 hours of your day to get it done.
Okay, so I'll still have time to probably get to where everybody is before they wake up, or as they're waking up, probably.
That's fine.
Cool, I'll do that.
Yeah, great. So you start heading down. As you do, you notice with your keen eye for these things, the day is going about as normal, but there are more sort of rough-looking people just hanging out around. on the streets, sort of
Okay.
watching everyone go by. You do not draw any attention to yourself, as they do not know your face, but they are out in force.
Okay.
So sure, you head back to where you were, and as you walk in the door, you see Free over there, who's looking tired. There are like bags starting to come under the eyes, a little bit dark circles, and everyone else is in various states. Thyra is like curled up in a ball by the door, over on one side. Isabel is just kind of like lying there, kind of like holding herself, and she's covered in blood. Wade's somewhere around, probably in the next room over.
Sleeping.
So yeah.
Okay. I'll just find a crate or chair if there's one around, and I'll just kind of sit there and wait for everybody to come to, kind of wave Free whenever I come in.
Free nods, but doesn't say much else.
Okay. Sure. So you guys sit there in silence, maybe about half an hour before everyone starts to wake up. This whole time in Lakin, you hear from the next room over.
I would feel like a Lakeheed would know what that is, so I'm just going to ignore it.
Yeah, you have an idea. Sure. Everyone starts to rouse from their sleep to the presence of Lakin being in the same room.
I'm gonna walk over to Free, being a little calmer. Love, I've got this bad taste in my mouth. Do you think you can use that thing that you use to make yourself look all pretty?
You want me to use a cantrip to clean out your mouth?
Yeah, like for an hour. Like if that's what kissing a boy is like, I never want to do it again.
I assure you it can be worse. Yeah, sure, prestidigitation her mouth, I guess.
I just stand there with my mouth out open and my tongue out.
Yeah, so as you do so, you feel the magic is like pulling things out of your mouth. It's mostly just little bits of saliva that sort of come to the end of the tongue and then fizzle off into nothing. It's weird, but I mean, at the end of the hour, your mouth is just very dry. That's it.
Thank you. I don't think it helped. But at least I know my mouth is clean. How are you doing? You look a little worse for wear. What happened while I was out?
Just a long night. He didn't go north, and he didn't go southeast towards your family either.
Yeah, they asked if he recognized who I was last night. Yeah, last night. When he said he hadn't, he says he tends to stay out of where I'm from.
Fair enough. What are we doing with him?
I mean, I want to kill him.
Honestly, at this point, throw him to the sewer chewers, but that is a biased opinion.
I'm gonna go, is Wade awake?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm awake? Okay, sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna shake him
Just
like
waking up.
real, like, fast. Wade!
But careful. I don't know if this new thing's like explosive. I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you look at it, Thyra. It is glowing a lot duller than it was yesterday.
Oh,
Wade,
wait.
roll your
Yes. What do I roll?
D4 minus 1.
4 minus. A 2, so a 1.
It's duller than it was yesterday.
Cool.
Do you want to go hunting for gators again? We got the perfect bait for the sewer chewers.
Well, I'm always up for going gator hunting. However, I think somebody should probably tell Esmond about the potential attack.
I mean, I told the Echelon. I didn't ask if she was there. I didn't want to. I was stopped by some choke people, so I didn't want to, like, seem like I know her, so she's not on their radar.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That's smart. But yeah, I don't know if we should... I mean, don't you think Visha should, you know, go to jail, prison?
No.
He's gonna get out of jail if we take him. He said so himself last night when I spoke with him.
And judging from what I know of people like him, he has many connections everywhere. No matter where we take him, he'll get out. There's only one way to end this and make sure nobody else gets hurt.
Yeah.
Quick death is better than a slow one. I mean, if you want to turn him in and risk the chance of him getting out and doing this to more people. Because he said all he needs is money and he'll start it again.
I mean, yeah, I guess y'all are right, but I don't know. I don't know if we're... Who are we to be the ones to choose if somebody gets to live or die? Just a little dark, you know?
Well, I mean, we've chosen for creatures before. I mean, what about that troll?
Yeah,
Did it choose to die?
I didn't want to fight that troll. But I mean, they were fighting us at the time. This is an unarmed, defenseless man.
Then let's give him something to fight with.
He's done unspeakable things to countless numbers of people, Wade. Whether he's defenseless or not, he is worse than any animal we could ever come across. There's no two ways about it. It's as simple as that. And as much as I agree that he should rot in a cell for the rest of his life, knowing what I know about people like him, he would not stay there for very long at all. He'd get out, he'd find people to help him start that same shit again. And do it to a countless more people. Friends, family, they'll all be separated.
Yeah. Probably right.
And I'm sure we've all asked him questions. What questions did we ask him? I know I asked him if he was anywhere near my family. So if he gets out, that's one of the first places he's gonna go. Did anybody else mention their family or where they're from?
I did ask about K-Joe, but...
Is your family a risk you're willing to take? What about Kev's parents? Is that a risk he wants to take?
I mean... I don't know what else to say. It feels wrong, but I think you're right. If he's not going to stay in jail, I mean, what can we do?
I mean, if I thought that a jail could keep him or do the right thing, then I would be behind you. But this is a bigger issue if he gets out, which he will, which he already told me he will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we just have to weigh the risk. Is the risk worth it?
Getting rid of him gets rid of one whole slave trade that ranges from, what has he said, Zuri,
a better portion of the continent.
Yeah, the center of the continent, basically.
you know who is looking for him. And we might not have to do anything or make any decisions, just leave him in the right place at the right time. I looked like him last night, and when I got stopped in the street on my way to the echelon, they asked about him.
Hey, what about Mazor? What if we bring him to Mazor? He knows everything that's going on. He knows how bad he is. We trust Mazor.
It doesn't matter, Wade. It doesn't matter. Whether Mazor is the most trustworthy person on the planet. As we saw, not everybody that he employs can be held to the same standards that we hold him. Those werewolves were under his employ, and they were doing unspeakable things to everybody in that town.
I don't know if those werewolves were... Sorry, freaking character. Were those werewolves under his employ? Did I miss that?
Yes,
Yes,
there
they
were two
were.
of them. The two
Yeah,
guards that were working with him were werewolves.
They're stood up werewolves, my friend.
Under Mazor's employ. Yeah, the two officers were members of the Tarket. They weren't part of Vij's crew.
Yeah, I didn't think they were part of Vij's
No,
crew.
but
No,
they weren't.
no.
But they were under Mazor's employ.
Mazor's
Oh, I
employ.
thought you were trying to say they were under Vij's. Okay. I was
No,
like, what are you guys
no.
talking about?
No.
I got
No.
Okay.
Oh, Grizlocke.
I don't think I'd want to put Mazor in danger like that. Like, I trust him wholeheartedly, and I think he could make good decisions, but I wouldn't want to bring on a wrath that he might not be able to handle on his own.
Especially with that small town that he has, and we don't know if he's been able to actually hire more guards since we've left.
I mean,
Considering
there is another option. Keep him with us. I mean, if he can get out in a prison, then he can get those same contacts to us, and then, well, if they attack us first.
I just wish there was some sort of way that everyone could be a part of... Everyone he wronged could have the closure they need.
Well, depending on where he... There are too many people.
as I
I mean,
said,
even if we turned him in,
there are
not
countless
everybody would get
people.
word.
There are countless people that he's taken, and countless more that those were their friends, their family, their loved ones. He's as much as I would love to see him rot in a cell for the rest of his life, or however much longer it would be, I know for a fact that there's no way in hell he would be able to be kept there.
Yeah, no, I get it. I do. Let's just... y'all can do whatever you want with him. I just don't want to be there.
Isabel, who's been in the corner, kind of like dealing with her own shit for a while, is at this point going to stand up and walk towards the group and say, I have a list of his customers. We could find them as well. And maybe they still have a few of the people he sold to them, and we could free them.
I have some contacts I could probably find to get us some information on them as well. I don't think killing them outright would do anybody justice, because they're just the sleazeballs that fucking bought people like they were property.
I mean,
don't
I'm
think
okay
it's
with
right.
going on a rescue mission.
Agreed.
To try and free the people that were wronged. Return them to their families.
Ooh,
Aye.
did we find out if he had any more people locked up anywhere? Or?
He did not. He does not have anyone else.
We pretty much destroyed his whole operation. Well, we didn't, but that Quake did.
Oh,
At least that's what he told me.
yeah, it seemed like he didn't even know that he put that, arena on top of that place.
He might not have. Not all things are connected. Life is a circle. One dot leads to another, but the dot before it might not lead to the dot after.
Why are we talking about running after these people?
It's the right thing to do.
Well, if I know if I was a slave, I would want someone to rescue me. If I couldn't rescue myself.
As you guys are sitting here talking, you can still hear Vija in the next room, who was not stopped all night, who was still muffled, screaming.
Here's my thought. If we were able to turn him in and he was able to provide the information to the proper authorities, it could go up the chain of command, there could be a whole task force dedicated to freeing these people.
They're not
Wade,
they're
we
not
kill
gonna
him.
do it, Wade.
We kill him
They're
now.
not gonna do it, Wade.
There's no one to talk about it. There's no proof it's happening. There's no way to get an army of people to fight this.
It doesn't matter, Wade.
They're not gonna go after these missing people.
It's not their job. They don't care.
There's only
Isabel.
5 of us, and you expect us to save maybe hundreds of people?
Aye. It's the right thing to do, Wade.
I'm just saying it'd be more efficient, it would be quicker.
It would not, because they're not going to go after any of them.
How do you
Isabel,
know
what
that?
kind of names did he give you? Did he give you, like, prominent, wealthy names? They're not going to go after the wealthy people of the cities.
I assume that's what he gave me.
Recognized.
Yeah. It's what I was going to say. Based on the people at the roadshow, I assume they're well-to-do, and also he's part of the truck, so he probably has members of the guard that work for them. So you just have to let one of them know, then they're gonna pay his blood money, or just break him out, and no one's gonna see anything, and be off, and then he can start his shit up again. Should either kill him or make sure he can't start it again somehow.
Equa, how many names were on that list of customers?
We could take him to the book cult, and if they can get information out of him, I think they would probably be more likely than the Liberty Guard to maybe be able to help these people. But I would want to try and get as many of the slaves out of a predicament they did not choose to be in.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
I feel like taking him to the convex order would not do anything.
Can I be honest real quick about... Sorry.
Equa. No, go ahead. I just wanted him to know.
Can I be honest about the convicts reserve? How did the choke get the information about the artifact? It seems kind of convenient. Maybe the order...
How did the Scorched King cult get information about the artifact?
I don't know.
I can answer that very quite easily.
I'm wondering if the reserve or the order might have traded the information for their prisoner.
Nope, not that at all. No.
No.
See, what they did was that they went up to someone who's not part of the order, perhaps a low-ranking member, or perhaps someone who helps clean around, and gave them a sack of gold to tell them what was going on.
No,
So
what you're failing
before.
What you're failing to realize is the person that they rescued last night was an Inquisitor, which means they were a relatively high-ranking person within the order. They had looked like they had been through some shit, not as bad as he has, but their leg was very clearly broken.
It's at this point, Allegian, that you are cut off by the sound of a number of boxes from the corner. Go, boom, 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 as you turn around and freeze. hand on the door, just staring at you all. She rolled a 1 on her stealth check to sneak out.
I sure did.
To the room where VJ is in, or where?
No, out. Out.
Oh, okay.
Leaving.
Are you okay there? Yeah. Did you drink too much?
Yep.
Insight check.
Oh, fuck. I gotta roll against this. And my disadvantage.
It's only a 16.
I rolled 2 natural 20.
That makes up for it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's still a 29.
She's crazy drunk. You didn't see her drinking. She's been up all night though.
It's believable because of how off she is, because she's sleep deprived.
Yep.
Yep. And if she's not stopping me, Free's opening the door and just walking out.
Wait, before you go, where are you going?
She's not answering.
Oh, shoot. One last thing. I'm not talking to Free. Free's gone. That's fine. I understand you guys really want to kill him. I understand. I hate him too. And you don't trust the authorities. I understand.
I trust the authorities, but I also trust that he told me that he can get out. And
I know for a fact that he can.
I don't want to put the authorities in a position where they can't handle themselves. I can only imagine what he would have done with me.
What if
I'm actually surprised we got him here.
What if instead of putting him in jail or killing him right away, we bring him out in front of the public and explain the situation, get the people involved instead of the government, and then we can rally enough.
I don't want that kind of attention on myself.
All right, let's just kill him.
That is a terrible idea.
Silver Goats, we're the murderers now. Okay, I'm gonna storm out.
I mean, if you want to do that, Wade.
He's out.
I'm not putting myself in front of a crowd of people.
You get about 3 steps out the door, and then you hear something in your head.
Could knock him out and just leave him here.
Wait, this is Asmin. I got a note under my door saying that some convex people want to meet you. You should come. And the message stops. To this address. She gives you the address. And bring in your friends. I don't know what it's about, but that's what they said.
As soon as Wade storms out, I'm going to go into the room where VJ is.
I'm going to follow him because I don't trust his ass.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
fine.
Wade, after hearing that message, what do you do?
Immediately turn back into the room.
Okay. You turn back into the room. Alakian and Thyra are in the next room over. Alakian, as you walk in, you see Vija down and gagged, in utter shit state. Like, he's terrible, looking real bad.
I figured. I'm gonna walk up to him. I'm not gonna kneel down. I'm just gonna stand over him. I'm gonna pull out the new necklace I just got. I'm gonna take the gag out of his mouth, look him directly in the eyes, and just tell him I'm gonna hold the raven's feather out from under my shirt. Just be like, there's justice waiting for you on the other side. I hope you find it. I hope it finds you. And you reap what you sow. I'm going to take my dagger and just shove it into his throat.
And I'm going to punch him.
We literally just said we're going to kill him.
That is exactly why I went in there.
You said, we literally just said that we were going to kill him.
But we had not decided yet.
Yes, we had.
So both of you, to make this fair, both of you make a dex check. Let's see who is first. Or actually, just roll initiative for me. Just roll initiative. We'll see who goes first.
Probably him.
18 for me.
Yep. 15.
He gets it off.
I'm still gonna punch him.
Yeah, go
That's
for it.
fine.
Are you punching
Like low
Aesop
blow.
or Alakian?
Alakian.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah. So there goes in. The
15 plus
stops.
7.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that
Yep.
hits. It's like
Oh, yeah.
it's
Mhm.
5 damage.
That's fine.
Yeah, as you
I wasn't even going
dagger
to try to
and,
dodge it
you-
anyway.
And as you're about to pull out, whack! You have to like physically stumble a couple steps out. As Thyra is just angry, real angry. Yeah, where'd you come in? You see Izzy there.
I think Asmon's in trouble. Where are the other two?
Oh, he's gone! No!
You lost him.
Felis! I can see him moving though.
Yeah, I see him moving, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
His mouth
can't-
isn't moving.
Nope.
Isabel's not responding for some reason, so Wade runs over to the door.
Yeah,
and
Izzy is
opens
just like
it.
locked onto the wall for some reason.
And sees, I guess, Thyra and Alakian there. And a dead Aesop.
Yeah, it takes a second for you to scan the whole room and figure out what's going on. But you figure it out.
Oh.
Equa, I have a question.
Okay.
Because I feel like this would work. But this is entirely up to you. As soon as I recover from Thyra punching me in the face, can I cast Spare the Dying on Vija, considering how upset she looks now? And so he doesn't actually die, bleed out.
I mean, he's not dying. Like he's
Okay.
dead.
That's fine. I was just asking, like I said.
Yeah.
Okay,
So, yeah.
we'll talk about this later, but I think the choke might have Asmin.
Well, then what are we standing around here for?
I don't know.
And what makes you think that?
I got a message from Asmin. She didn't sound quite right, and she said that she said there were people from Convict's Order who wanted all of us to meet at a certain location, and it just sounded really suspicious.
Did she give you the location?
Did she give me the location, or did it cut off?
Yeah, she gave you the location.
Yeah.
I didn't give you a location
Blah,
because I don't know
blah,
address
blah,
name
blah,
for
blah.
Colby. Yeah, she gave you the address.
With my excursions around the city, would I be able to pinpoint roughly where that would be, Equa? In my head?
Make an intelligence check, just for the sake of it.
Okay.
Because why not?
Intelligence check, that is a 21.
Yeah, you gather it's in the northwest side of the city somewhere.
Nice part of town, or not?
I mean, it's in the outer ring, so it's fine.
I mean,
It's much like the way where you are now.
does that sound like
Okay.
the kind of thing the Order might do, Lakian?
The people that I talked to last night and this morning both said that Geth probably went into hiding. It's possible, but I think to be on the safe side, what we should do is we'll all go that direction, but then a few blocks before we get there, I'll sneak up and go and try and scope it out, see what I can see.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry about earlier. I don't know. Our first argument, I guess.
No, it's not. I mean, it's the
It's
first
not.
discussion. It's the first discussion we had where voices didn't really get raised, but oppositions were heard. The first one, Alakian ended up knocked out on the floor.
I fucked up. I'll freely admit that I fucked up.
That was our first argument back in Aaron Root.
Fair enough. Do you think Free's... Should we get Free? Could we find her? Think we'll need her?
Can I see free tracks outside?
Free
Make
hooves.
Free
nature
hooves.
check, survival check, nature check. Which one is it?
She hoofed it out of there.
Oh,
I think it was
back.
I'm back.
I think it was.
bitches.
I think we decided on survival check to try
I
and
think it's
find
survival for tracks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
nature to
Yeah, do
discern
that.
what they are.
I know
That
what the
one.
exact problem what is with my camera, and I can't fix it. So
17?
Sure. You get faint tracks of Free.
Can I tell, like, which general direction she went?
It depends. Free, where did you go?
Free was gonna start wandering out towards a park or somewhere quiet where she could think.
Okay, so Free is just basically wandering the city until she finds a park.
Yeah.
Or a similar place. So yeah, they go out and they go off in one direction.
Alright, you, and I point to Alakian, clean up your mess. What was the address? I'm asking Wade.
Oh, yeah, he says it. It was for South Street, Recrovy, 1121.
Recrovy
All right.
Lane. Apartment B.
I'll go find Free, and we'll meet you there.
Okay.
Be on your guard.
I am worried. There's like spells that can bring people back to life, right? We should probably make sure he doesn't come back.
I don't
How
have
close are we to
anything
a
like that.
river?
To a river? You're pretty close. Are you thinking of sewer chewers? Is that what you're thinking of?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are in the sewers. They're not on top of the surface, because if someone fell in, they'd be instantly dead.
Yeah.
So they stick to the sewers. I mean, you can find a grate not too far if you look.
Okay, let's bring them, and on the way, throw them down, and then we'll go.
After I gave my orders, I'm gonna go looking for Free.
Okay. You
By
start
myself.
running off. Sure.
Unless
I'll
I'm
say-
followed.
with your 17,
I'm not.
Isabel's gonna follow Thyra, unless she says something else. Something about it.
And end up being
Yeah, with
me
your
and-
17 survival, I'll say, Free, are you trying to be stealthy? Are you trying to not be followed?
No.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time, but you catch up with Free in maybe like 20 minutes. Just jogging along.
I'm gonna. If I can catch up with her, I want to kind of put my hand on her shoulder. Free,
Yes. Lyra.
the job is done. Osmond is in trouble. I know you need some time with everything that's going on.
Well, we can't leave Asmund in trouble. We need her help. Lead the way.
I'm blatantly ignoring Isabel.
Okay.
And we'll head to the address given.
I will say, for the purposes of this, we'll say that Free wandered off. You wouldn't have wandered off towards Liberty Guard, because you told me that you were staying away from there, so you probably go in the opposite direction, which is eastish. So yeah, we'll say that the three of you catch up not long after the other guys get there, maybe like 10-15 minutes afterwards.
Me and Alakian would
Wade
have had
and
to,
Alakian?
spend time throwing him down the river. Down the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sure. Why don't you both make a stealth check for me?
Sure.
Okay. I mean, I was gonna say like we like wrap him in. Let me guess, natural 20.
Natural 20, dude.
Wow,
I
it's
was
your
gonna say
turn.
we wrap him in like a tarp or
damn,
something that we could find in the like in the warehouse too.
I was gonna show the camera, but it rolled as I was trying to lift it up.
You know when the last time I
25.
got a natural 20 was? Last time I got a natural 20 was probably like 10 episodes ago or some shit.
I haven't had one in a while
25.
either. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you guys are fucking gone like a shroud. Pick them up. You find a grate not too far away. You guys are in like a cluster of buildings that sort of connect with alleyways, so you can find a grate not too far away.
Okay.
And yeah, head down to the sewers as you go and. Takes maybe 5 minutes and then there's nothing left. Not even bone.
Okay. All right. I'll head in the direction of where we're supposed to be going.
Fair enough. Yeah, it'll take you guys about an hour to get there. Just under 50 minutes.
On the way there, I do want to look over to Wade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll walk eyes.
As much as you think that I wanted to kill him, as much as I hated him, I would have much rather seen him live out his days in prison, because that would have been a much worse fate than ending it quickly. But it comes down to he wouldn't have stayed there. I can promise you he would have gotten out. And I can almost guarantee you he would have done the exact same shit that he was doing to many more people, and would have been a lot more careful of it from now on. We wouldn't have been able to find him again.
I know. I mean, pretty sure Asco has like executions on prisoners like this. He would have died, but he would have seen justice
That's if
first.
he stayed there. That's if
It's
he
fine.
stayed there, Wade.
It's over with. It's okay. We need to get to Asmin. I understand. He needed to die. I agree. We're on the same page. I just didn't want it to be us. That's all.
I didn't either, Wade. But it was us or no one. And I'll kind of pick up the pace, kind of sort of half jogging the direction we need to be going.
Sure. Yeah, you eventually come to around the right address. You said you're staying back a little bit and scouting it out first?
Yes.
Sure. So I need you to make a stealth check and a perception check for me.
Want me to pop you with invisibility before you go, or you good?
I don't think it hurt if you want to.
Roll a d20, Wade.
Oh shit! Fuck! No!
Natural one, natural one, natural
15. 15. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, you know it's fun.
Got it.
Yeah, how they can just.
22 for the stealth.
Okay.
And then perception is a 21.
Okay, great. Yeah, you do a couple once-overs of the You do like 3 overs of the surrounding neighborhood. There is a vague choke force here. There are a couple of there's like one group that comes through at one point, and they don't seem to be returning. But you are not sure if they're a patrol or if they're something else.
Sure.
The building in question is a 2-story building. It appears to be a house. It's got nice little flower beds underneath the windowsills. Like a small garden with a nice exterior. It looks nice.
Do I see any kind of markings on the outside
Best
or
you can
signs
see,
or anything like that?
there are no markings. It appears to be just a house.
I'll go back to the group.
Hey, by the time you get back, everyone's there. Free Thyra and Izzy are about approaching up to Wade.
I've scouted it out. It doesn't look like there's any more focus on this one building from the patrols. So I don't think that she was lying to us, whether it was of her own volition or not. But I don't think we can be too safe.
Equa, my passive perception is now 17.
Mhm.
Am I picking up anything weird? Just
It's weird in the sense
passively?
that it appears to just be a house. Like it's just a house. Fairly well kept.
Do you want me to go knock first?
I think we should all go at the same time.
Maybe we should throw in a curveball. And, Ira, you still have that disguise, right?
Right?
Maybe we send somebody in who's not any of us. They'll get all confused, and then you be like, "Oh, sorry, wrong place," and then you turn around, try and walk out, and tell us what you saw.
Wait, you realize that I can do that at will, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, I
Right.
forgot.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
I think it's best if we go as ourselves.
Okay.
Good or bad.
Agreed.
I mean, I'm more than happy to go in first. Be the one to knock.
Should we send like somebody in the back just in case? Something.
Did it look like there was a back door, Equa?
Yeah, that was back to onto a small garden.
I can go.
They're
Feel like I'd
expecting
be
us.
this-
Didn't they give you this address? Why would they sneak out the back?
No, it was.
No,
He's
to
going to
surprise
sneak in the
them.
back
Yes.
in case it is a trap.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Oh.
Okay, so what are we doing?
The
I guess-
four of them are going in the front door, and I'm going around the back. I'm going to sneak around the back.
Okay, so you can keep your same stealth check.
Okay.
You go and try the door, it's locked.
Pick it.
So roll with your-
My door or the front door?
The back door is locked.
Okay, cool. I'm going to pick it.
You don't know.
Or
about the
try
front
to,
door,
at
you're
least.
not there.
I didn't know who you were talking to. That's why I was asking. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm just going up and knocking.
Okay.
I'm going to roll these tools. So it's Dex plus proficiency, right?
Yep.
And proficiency is +3 at this level,
Level
correct?
5. Level 5.
Okay. So that is 18.
18? Yeah, it. The rest of you, you walk up to the front door and. You see like
Does
a
it-
window on the side.
Does it
It's
sound
the
like
curtains pull back.
little feet or like normal feet?
It's an average person's feet.
Okay.
A little on the
The way you
lighter
made it
side,
sound when you made the sound, I thought of like a halfling or a gnome or something.
Sorry.
I just wanted to make sure.
There you go.
Do.
Yeah, you see the curtains like start to pull back, and like just the top of someone's head peeks through, like these big like brown eyes and a brown hair that's pulled back in a ponytail. They beckon you in.
I'll walk in cautiously.
Yeah. You walk in. The figure is a woman. Appear to be Alvin, in a nice like long, fairly well dressed up dress. That's like a greenish color. She says, "You must be the people that Geth was with.
Right?
Correct.
He's upstairs waiting for you."
Thank you. Our friend might be coming in the back.
what? Turns around, Lakin's like right there. She's like, oh shit!
I was hoping you were gonna say that.
He's kind of good at what
Like
he does.
instinctively like grabs like a poker at the fireplace and like waves it at you.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I kind of
with
like.
them.
How tall are they?
They're about 5'4".
Okay, I'm gonna kind of reach down. We had to, protect ourselves. Hope you understand.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Up the stairs.
the message was a little ominous.
I didn't send a message.
I know, but it.
Somebody did. I'm gonna head upstairs.
Yeah,
She puts the
same.
poker back and runs to the back door and locks it again. Yeah, you go upstairs and the three of them, Geth, Finch, and the Inquirator, who Geth referred to as Bailat, are all around. It is like it's essentially this person's bedroom. You see like a double bed with 2 end stands and a wardrobe and chest of drawers, and sort of an open sitting space with a couple chairs and a table. Over to the one side, Geth is leaning against the wall, sort of tapping his foot anxiously. Bailat is sitting on the bed, and Finch is like sewing shut a cut on the back of his shoulder. Geth.
How bad
notices
is the
you
cut? Is it still bleeding?
It's clean. From what you can tell, they have been cleaning him up and, making him better than he was.
Does anybody else still seem injured?
No one else apart from him from what you can see.
I would cure wounds if they did.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you walk up and Geth watches you all walk up the stairs as you go and cure wounds. The Inquirator just sort of like straightens up a bit. It's like,
Thank you.
Sorry about last night.
Yeah, it's at this point that Geth tunes in. He's like, right, why don't you go and wait downstairs? Talking to the woman. She's like, okay, yeah. Runs downstairs.
I kind of look back at the group first. Weren't we just sent up here?
It just shrugs his
Could
shoulders.
He goes and like closes the door to the stairs behind her. He's like, right, what happened?
Again? What happened?
We heard a commotion. Thought it might have been something that involved you. We found somebody that we'd been looking for a while. It was actually the one that captured us, tried to sell us into slavery. We handled that situation later, and these two here decided it'd be a good idea to draw attention to ourselves and get in front of everybody.
Okay.
In my defense, it was his idea, and I went up there to make sure that he didn't fucking get us discovered or caught or tried to get him down, but it's too late, and I was up there. It's all mess.
I have to jump in here. First of all, we didn't go down there because we heard a commotion. First of all, we almost had our cover blown. These two people came up to us and were like, hey, you're going to miss the show. Come on down. And so we didn't want to blow our cover, so we followed them down to where everything was happening. Second of all, they were talking about invading the Echelon, and I thought, hey, what better way to stop an invasion of the Echelon other than to put myself in the middle of it and sabotage it? And it was going really well. I still don't really know what happened.
My only defense is I was selfish. I saw a man I wanted dead.
He kind of stands up a little bit more, stretches out, takes a big sigh. Right. So, when I told you to wait by the door for when we were leaving, and you decided not to...
Yep, cover was blown, but keep going.
Right, so your cover was blown. How? 2 people might have seen you in your disguises?
Yep, and they said, oh, you're going to miss the show. It's over this way. If we didn't go, it would have been suspicious.
And
Right.
it was after the time limit that you told us to wait. And there
So
is
if
no
you
need
went
for us to
down
leave
there-
yet.
If you went down there, why wouldn't you just stay out of trouble like I told you to? Why did you get involved?
I
look
told
to
you
Wade and Isabel.
my reasons were purely selfish.
I'll
I was
get
trying to
you.
get him.
These
trying to
two
get him
first.
out of. I was trying to get him out of the spotlight, but it didn't work.
As I explained, they were planning an attack on the echelon. I
We
saw an
could've just listened.
opportunity to get in the middle of it, figure out what their plan was, and stop it before it happened.
Well, I appreciate the goodwill, but I could have handled that by myself. I didn't need you to go and do that. That's exactly against what I told you to do.
Honestly, you didn't tell us much.
I told you.
You didn't tell. You told us to wait by the door for a certain amount of time. We did. And if we needed to get out, then to get out. And when we needed to get out, we got out.
I
And,
told you
you
to
know,
wait for
the
me,
path was
and
clear
then if
for
I
you
wasn't
because
there,
they were
then to
focused on
leave.
us.
Right, the path was clear for me until you brought the whole force of the choke down. On all
And
3 of us.
we kept them at bay
Yeah,
for you to get out.
yeah. Honestly, you're lucky we were there to hold them back because they knew you stole the dude. They came out and they said, that's how they actually discovered me. They were like, you don't belong here. And guess what? One of our prisoners was just broken free. So you're lucky we were there to stop him.
You see him kind of like ticking over in his head what Wade is saying. He says, right, well, when we left, there was no escape plan for them. They weren't coming after us. And if I remember correctly, I sent Finch back to go and get you. And when she went to get you, they weren't coming after us then either.
Because they're not looking for you, they're looking for us. Quote unquote.
Like, it's true. They're looking for a group of people
at the
that doesn't
point
look like
that
us.
Finch reached me.
They're looking for an ugly bald guy. A red-haired mustache guy. Who else did they say they were looking for? Sorry. Me asking DM. I don't remember.
The Inquirator. They describe the Inquirator. It's the one in the Convex Reserve.
Bree, what were you saying?
And a Lakian. I just assumed that the Convex Reserve was a Lakian. So.
Well, considering I
What
was, you know,
saying was that when Finch found me, nothing had quite happened, and I was trying to get you guys to leave, but then I turned away for 2 seconds, and then suddenly, what was Mija was yelling in the hallway? I don't know. Things just got chaotic as always.
What happened with that?
as I said, we handled it.
No, what happened?
He's sewer chewer food.
I killed him.
You watch as he like turns around, puts his hands on the bed, like looks down, takes like a big sigh. You can see his fists start to clench as he grips the mattress. Do you know who he was?
VJ, hi.
Who do you think told us that the choke was holding the Inquirator?
And you think I care?
I think that you
I'm
should. You were
busy.
getting paid to work for us. And now my only informant in the choke is dead.
One good
So-
deed doesn't make up for the crap he's done.
Not for
I would-
nothing, but given what the hell I told you about our backstory, that would have been really good information to know beforehand.
It doesn't matter. I told you to stay by the door.
I'm going to approach the guy,
Mhm.
get very, very close, look him in the eyes, and go, he took me from my home, and he forced me to fight. I don't care who's your informant. He's dead. Get over it.
Yeah, you watch as he kind of straightens up, and he's also like getting up in your face now. And he says, "Well, I'm glad you're happy. You've
I'm
royally
not.
fucked everything that I was trying to do with that. Completely."
All right. There are things you can do then.
Comes around and turns to the rest of you. Looks to you, Wade. An attack on the echelon could have been prepared for, if my informant was still alive. I appreciate you trying to do the right thing, but that's not what you were getting paid for.
I don't need
Looks over
pay
to the
to
rest
do
of
the
you.
right thing.
As for the rest of
I
you,
have to agree.
your instructions were to keep the door vacated from anyone else. Even if you were distracted, called into the main hall, doesn't matter. You didn't have to say anything, you didn't have to do anything, you didn't have to interact with anyone. You should have been keeping low. And quite honestly, I'm not sure why I should even consider you for future missions. Looking at you, Lakin.
To be fair, I didn't mess this up.
Who killed the Who killed Vija?
I did.
Make a deception check.
Okay. I'll just get my deception skill out. I slept. It's better now. 19.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he looks to the rest of you. Who killed Vija?
I did.
I wasn't there. I don't know.
Right. You see him kind of look up for a minute, turns around, and he goes back and talks to Finch and Violet, who are on the other side of the room. You see
Hey.
him sort of lean in.
Listen to me.
He looks back up.
You said he does or doesn't?
Yeah, he looks back up.
I'm not saying that what I did was right. I understand that. And I understand it fucked you over. But if you would have given us even a shred of more information than what you did, we could have been prepared for this. We would have known to just leave him the fuck alone. But no, you decided that it was in your best interest to leave the people that you were hiring to cover your ass in the fucking dark. I don't know where you get off thinking that we were the bad guys here.
You watch as he sort of stands up, and he says, "If you recall correctly, you told me nothing about your history with him. Not one thing. I had no idea that he had anything to do with you, and if you would have followed my instructions like I told you to, then you would have never had to go in the first place. Now, if you'd excuse me, I'm in the middle of a conversation." He gets back to the others.
I'm pretty sure I did tell him.
I don't think you did. I think you told Keeper Pasho, but you didn't tell Master Geth. If I'm not mistaken.
I thought I
you
did.
told Haresh as well. I know you told Haresh, but I don't think you told Master Geth. I know that Izzy asked him to look for a person, but it wasn't Vija.
Yeah, those are
Apart from
dad.
that, he didn't know. And if I'm wrong, you can sue me afterwards. I'll be happy to do that.
I feel like I did. I could be wrong, but I feel like I did. Because I feel like I basically said. I feel like I didn't actually say it, but I thought I said I tell him the entire backstory of us. But
oh no, he has no idea about your backstory. No, he doesn't know. He just knew what happened in en route from Haresh, but nothing else.
I thought whenever I talked to him before, I had that discussion with him, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
As he turns back around, Isabel's going to step up and be like, all right. Are you paying us or not? Because if you're not, we're just going to leave. No reason to stick around.
Yeah, he says, he's sort of he ignores you for a second and finishes talking up with the other two. Turns back around. He says, well, did you do the job that I asked you to?
I think we did. Did you get stopped on your way out?
Yes, we did, actually. You brought down the whole organization on us.
But you got out fine. You're alright, you're safe. People are hunting you, and we're quite good hunters ourselves. So I think you'll be fine.
I don't remember us being safe when there was a volley of arrows coming down upon us in the middle of the sewers.
Again, sir, kindly. I don't know how you think this comes back on us. Why would they? You were clearly discovered before they knew anything was wrong in the group. The whole reason we were discovered was because they found out someone was missing.
Wait, did you hear Kev say in the back of your head? He's like, well, I don't think... Didn't he only know because you gave a fake name and then he talked to somebody and she went to check the records and then she came back and she realized they had been discovered, and also because V just screamed?
Do you not remember, Kev, that I told him that I wasn't on the records because I'm not a part of their organization, and I broke in, and that was proving how good of a thief I was?
Yeah.
So that would be stupid of them to look at their records, because if they listened at all, they would know that I wouldn't be on their records.
But Izzy didn't break in. She never said that. They might have gone check her.
And why would they assume that I'm with her? Doesn't make any sense.
Because you told her.
I know I didn't.
I don't know, man. I'm not into this super duper spy shit, okay? This is above me. So yeah, he continues. He says, look, I could handle one thing or the other. I could handle you killing my informant if it was the one thing. I could handle you sort of fucking up the entire operation if it was one thing. But it wasn't. You weren't focused on the mission. You weren't focused on preserving our lives. And sort of points to the wounded man on the bed. Says, he couldn't have gotten out in the fight. But if you'd had our backs, then maybe.
Is us not standing there, waiting for you to get up, willing to take the brunt of 200 men, not making sure you can get up?
Take the brunt of 200 men if you'd have followed the instructions. You would have never had to.
But we were willing to make sure you guys were safe.
We could just sit around and continue to argue about what could have happened, what should have happened. It doesn't fucking matter. Alright? It happened. Get over it. Are you paying us or not? It's a yes or no question.
Yeah, he says, give me one good reason why I should.
You're alive.
Barely.
Well, you're alive. Congratulations.
Your own fault.
Sometimes you're barely alive. It happens. Get over it.
Shouldn't have been barely alive.
Oh, should have been barely alive. Fantastic. Sometimes it just happens that things fuck up, and you're just barely alive. You're sitting in an alleyway, rain coming down at you with a fucking shot of bottle glass in your fucking stomach. It happens.
Yeah, you watch as he sort of like is staring at you, like kind of squinting at what you just said. He's like, you don't deserve to be paid, but Pasha will see to it at the reserve.
Excellent. Goodbye. And Isabel's gonna leave.
Yeah, you leave.
Great
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna wait
staying.
until everybody's out.
I'm staying.
Okay, I'll wait until everybody but Alekian is out.
Dang.
Okay.
Just me and Free. I'm gonna go to the fucking place and get our money.
You know, you shouldn't punish Alekian for the actions of other people. I mean, yes, he's done some stuff that I don't agree with. And if maybe he would have been open about more of his past, He's not even open about it with us. But it was I, and it was Wade, and it was not a Lakian until after the fact. He should not be punished for our actions.
Yeah, he looks at you when you're talking to him. He says, "I'll deal with him in private. The two of you can go."
Where's Asmin?
We left a note. We didn't see her.
Does anybody else know
Quite
about her?
honestly, the note was supposed to go to you lot.
Does anybody else know about her?
I wouldn't think so. I made
How did
sure
it
that
end up
you
with
weren't
her? It
followed.
was supposed to come to us.
It came to her because we put it in her door. And no,
You know there
we
are ways
weren't
of getting
followed.
us messages. All you gotta know is our name.
Thanks for that.
Maybe you should check out the trinket place. I'm gonna actually give him the real name, but Dyto can't remember it.
Of what?
The trinket place, you know, where they've got that ring
Okay, sure.
that sends the
Yeah,
messages.
He's listening, but he's not responding anymore. He says, "If you'd excuse me, I'd like to talk to my person alone."
I said my piece. I'll go.
Yeah.
You going too, Wade?
Yeah, double bird on the way out. Behind my back, though.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Thyra's not shooting birds. She's just walking.
Yeah, as all of you leave, you see the woman who is here, who probably owns the house, is just sort of like patiently waiting down at the bottom of the stairs, like sort of trying to listen in. When you all come down the stairs, she's like goes and do something else. So yeah, Alec and you get caught behind, and gets to sort of like leans over the bed and looks at you and says, "I'm
Close the door behind
very
him.
disappointed."
In what? My actions? In killing your
Well,
informant?
mostly, I could handle the informant. What I couldn't handle is you being given a mission by the people who are taking you in and offering to make you a better person. And you take the mission, you take my orders, you completely ignore them for some personal vendetta, and then you bring 200 people down upon me, upon Finch, upon Inquirator Bailat, who's already wounded, who was the sole purpose of this mission. You endanger all of our lives when they didn't have to be endangered. And then you go and kill my informant. We
I
don't
didn't endanger the mission.
operate on vendettas in the Order.
I didn't do this out of a vendetta. I didn't. I did this because he's a terrible person who has done terrible things to not only me, but countless other people, and explicitly told multiple people of my party that all he needed to do this again was money, and he would do it in a heartbeat. I don't care what kind of information he was giving you. If that kind of person you want to be kept alive to be able to do that again, to slip through your fingers and get away to start the same shitty business he was doing before, that's your problem.
Are you a part of this Order, or are you not?
That depends. Am I still gonna be kept in the dark on everything that I'm put through? Because that's what I feel like right now. I wasn't told jack
If I
shit.
give you a mission, then you will do the mission on what I tell you. And that's that. If you have a problem with listening to me or anyone else who is a master, then you can leave.
I don't have a problem with listening, as long as I have a feeling that there's mutual trust, which at this point, there is a very sore lack of.
There was mutual trust, and now there's not. I need to talk to Haresh about your punishment. And I'll admit, part of it was your group of friends. But if I'm listening correctly, you helped a great deal with all of this. You didn't care about the mission. You didn't care about us. You endangered all of our lives, including your own. I need to talk to Haresh.
I have two things to say about that. First off, I can't control other people. I tried to convince them to stay, that we shouldn't go looking, that we were supposed to stay right there. But I'm also not going to leave my friends to go and get themselves into whatever shithole that they might get into.
That's fine.
And as they pointed out, it was not us that brought that down. They realized that there had been a jailbreak. And they would have come chasing down that sewer regardless. You're lucky we were there. That Thyra was able to put down whatever spell that she used to stop them that slowed them down. That Wade destroyed the fucking sewer to keep them from getting any farther. If it wouldn't have been for them, none of us would have survived. And it doesn't matter whether that was because they figured us out or whether it was because they just realized that you got away with one of their prisoners.
If you would have been where I told you to be, there would not have been a chase. We could have gotten out of there in much less time. You know how difficult it is to carry a wounded man?
I do.
Well, then you should know that it's a hell of a lot easier if there are more people. You can leave. I have some decisions to make. What do you do?
I'm gonna go up to him. You run up in his face. Put a finger on his chest. I'm just pointing at him. Your decisions, no matter what they are, I don't give a fuck. Because if this is how you're going to treat people, whenever you don't tell them anything other than just what you think they need to know, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to walk out.
What's your armor class?
16.
It doesn't matter. You rolled a natural 20.
That's fine.
Ooh.
Give me 1 second here. What is my dude? Okay. You take 12 points of damage as his fist right on your jaw. For the second time today, but this time on the opposite jaw.
That's fine.
Yeah, as you go and leave, he says, if you have a problem with how this order operates, then you can leave.
I have an issue with how you operate.
He just turns and keeps talking.
That's fine. I'll walk out.
Sure, yeah. You like walk out. You see the elven woman is there. He just turns around and goes back to cleaning some dishes that she's got going on. And you leave the house. Yep. The rest of your party is there. What do you guys want to do?
What a bunch of dicks.
I mean, if Jeb were here, he'd set the house on fire.
Burn, motherfuckers!
But no, I mean, this is a Lakian's house. I'm gonna follow his lead.
You guys go do what you want to. I need some alone time.
Alright, man. I understand.
We should go somewhere that's not Osmond's. They may not be looking for us specifically, but I don't want to get her involved anymore.
Yeah. I want to check up on her.
Okay. So, where are you guys going?
I'm going to Asmund's.
Asmund's or the Echelon?
What time of day
Straight
is
to
it?
Asmund's. At this point, it's about midday. Like 11.
So, around this time, is she usually at the Echelon? I would assume.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go there.
Mhm.
She's had her weekend.
I'll go
Cool.
there then.
So you make your way down to the Echelon. Remind me, Wade,
Yes.
when you were Nigel Thornberry,
Mm-hmm.
your poncho was out, was it not?
Yeah.
You put your poncho over the clothes. Okay. Yep. As you begin walking down to the Echelon, you get to within the inner ring, and you're walking down before Thyra, you begin to pick up familiar movement. But this time, the movement appears to be in bigger force than it was last night.
Wait,
Yeah. We're almost there.
we're go right.
Okay.
We go right at the next. Do it.
Okay.
Everybody get ready. Oh, wait, hold on. Before I tell him that, which, street looks a little more, dead? Like an alley.
You can go down some alleys. If you go down segment 7, then there's a couple of different looping arounds that you can go through.
Can we just pretend that that's right at this point?
Yeah, you can decide which direction it is. It's fine.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys are walking down and you take a right-hand turn, and as you start walking down the alley, towards the end of the alley, you can see a group of people who just start coming around into the alleyway to meet you. Looks to be about a group of 6 of them. And start walking up to you. You have options if you want to go take a left or a right, then you can also try and get out of the alleyway. But they are
These are
walking
the
up.
guys from last night. Do we want to fight them here in the street, or do we want to keep going?
They might be purposely trying to lead us somewhere where there's more of them.
If
Well,
we
they're
keep
following
going
us.
this-
That's why I told you to go right and not to where we were going. I'm talking quietly.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
No, he did what you said. He went in the direction that you went, but they appear to have been cutting you off.
I'm saying, if we just keep going, if we got cut off and then we decide to take the left, that's probably what they want us to do. And then
Right.
they'll sandwich us. What I'm saying.
I went into an alley so we weren't out in public eye. Or going where we were supposed to be going.
If we're gonna
So
do
So yeah,
it's
they're
fun.
coming up to you guys. What do you do?
Hey, you really don't want to piss us off right now.
Yeah, you see the leader who appears to be like an elven man who's got really, really balding hair. Appears to be older. It's almost like the Dracula haircut, you know what I mean, where it sort of goes up and then back down into a point, but the point's back up here on top of the head.
Yeah.
Like a really, really severe widow's peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like Vegeta, but not as spiky.
He's got like bigger, bushy eyebrows, and their hair is sort of like shorter and spiky. He says, "Well, actually, I was hoping that we could have a little chat." Ithara, you watch as a group, more about 6 of them, starts coming up from behind you.
I kind of look at them and then turn to the one who was talking. And I kind of wink at Free. My eyes start swirling its normal ember with a little bit of
Here's what's going to
purple.
step in front of the group.
Would you guys like to play?
Look at the man and just say, I think you should leave.
Yeah, there's another like side alleyway that you now see a group more, with more people start coming down. All of them are dressed in Chocotire, all of them. He says, "Well, actually," starts drawing a short sword.
Also, you would like to play.
I was just curious about your friend here. I can't help but notice that he's wearing something interesting.
Do you have 2 choices? You can walk away, or you can play.
Oh, we're quite ready to talk about this. You watch him sort of take a stance. What are you guys doing?
Praxis and Pickles.
Free's the only one that's seen my eyes different.
Yeah.
Looks like we're doing this the hard way.
Okay,
I missed a little bit.
I'm gonna rage.
great.
It's been a long day.
We will pause there for a second. Alakian, what are you doing?
Since I dropped out. Oh, never mind.
I was gonna go to the same temple that I was at before.
Okay, sure. So you go to the Protector's Temple.
Mhm.
What are you doing when you get there?
Doing the same thing I did before. Sitting down, focusing on now the necklace, and trying to reach out to the Raven Queen.
Okay, make a religion check for me.
Religion. There's a 19.
Yeah, as you clutch the necklace and like tilt your head down, close your eyes and focus. You don't find a response to anything. There is no talking. There is no like comfort or attention that you feel like is directly on you. But as you clutch the feather, you do feel inside of you just like a vague coldness. It's not painful. It's almost comforting in a way. But yeah, you just feel like just a twitch of faint cold coming from inside of your chest.
Okay.
Right. What else do you want to do?
I'm trying to think here. For the purposes of this, I want to say that the cantrip guidance gets triggered, if that's okay with you. Not without like me intending to cast it, but it just kind of happens.
Right.
And Fuck. Mainly just with the cold is what I was getting at. Just kind of with that feeling. I do want to try and reach out again, I guess. But I mean, I know it's not going to be any different. But
Okay, yeah, you try and reach out, and the cold sort of starts to fade.
I'm just going to sit there and just kind of meditate. Not like long rest meditate, but just actually like regular meditate, just kind of going through stuff as I'm sitting there.
That's fair enough. Sure, so you begin meditating. We'll catch up with you next episode. The rest of you, as you're all sitting in this alleyway, looking around, there's the group ahead of you, the group to the side of you, group behind you. Wade, you watch as the guy in front has the short sword out, and he starts crouching down a little bit and getting ready to attack if necessary. And a group of people, just in varying spotches, also do the same from the varying groups. As Thyra pulls out the axe and hunkers down and does her thing. Freeze behind you. Izzy's behind you. We will go ahead and roll initiative next session when we start on next Monday. So, you guys, as a reminder, Free, you still haven't slept. So you're still level 4 and still exhausted, and you will be so next session, don't forget that. But the rest of you are going to have to fucking fight some dudes. So be prepared for that. But in the meantime, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching tonight's session of Emoris. This was an interesting one. And I hope that you all don't die next week.
Yeah, thank you for the
Thank you
raid.
calling for the raid. Normally we raid them, so that's nice.
Yeah, that was nice.
But yeah,
We would
so
love to raid
we'll be
you,
back here
but we cannot.
next Monday. But before then, if you're still looking for some more Swindler's Den content, check out Fandelver on Fridays, DM'd by Griz, love Griz, and After Morris on Sunday, which will have 2 of us lovely people and Nisa. Yay, Nisa.
Last announcement.
Before we go, do we want to roll for it? See who's on the show?
Yeah, we
Sure.
can roll for it.
Esprit,
That works.
if you're up for it. And oh, actually, I did that wrong. Sorry, the first one was Dyto. The second one was Esprit. I rolled a 3 and then a 4. I wasn't counting
Close enough.
equal when I did it the first time.
So next week, that's fitting, honestly. That's very fitting that it was you two. So next week, we'll pick up here. But yeah, put your questions for Esprit and Dyto in the Discord server. ! Discord in the chat.
Can I throw in a quick announcement? Get your friends, your family, your mom, your brother, your sister to follow us because we do have plans for affiliate that we are not going to announce until we hit that 50 and we actually get affiliate. But we do have an awesome, awesome way to celebrate and we can't wait. So let's get to that 50.
There you go. So, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for coming out. Let's keep making stories together, and we'll see you on Friday for Emoris.
Make sure to wash hands, stay inside, and wear them.